Dodo Mayana. It is Thursday night. I'm writing my article for the weekend. My phone keeps interrupting me. There's a flood of calls. I've always known, but now it dawns on me again that I am the go-to person by many Nigerians for confirmation of news, mostly of the sad type, concerning Nigerian athletes, mostly retired football players. From the first caller, I now know why my phone has been ringing ceaselessly. People are calling to verify the sad news that another retired football hero has died. I've not heard anything myself from any source, so I halt my writing and make a few calls. The news is true. Dodo Mayana passed on. Once again, my heart is broken and very heavy. Oh no, not Dodo, not my good friend, my loyalist, the legendary Nigerian goalkeeper, Peter Rufi, aka Dodo Mayana. Between us, we always shared this story. It was in 1979 or so. I scored a goal against him at the finals of an FA Cup, I believe, played in the morning against Stationery Stores FC at the National Stadium. A last-minute cross from Muda Lawal had found me, my locking right foot in the Stores' defense. A gentle tap had caught Peter Rufi on the wrong foot as he sprawled and stretched furtively to stop the ball trickling into his goal. That ended the dream of the Flaming Flamingos to represent Nigeria in one of the African Club Championships. Peter's performance on that day was sterling, stopping the deadliest front line in Nigerian football at the time, comprising Owo Blow, Muda Lawal, and Mathematical until the dying minutes of the match. That performance earned the young and flamboyant and confident Peter Rufi his invitation to the national team for the first time. We became friends ever since. 3 weeks ago, I went to visit a friend who was hospitalized at the Federal Medical Center in Ebute-Metta, Lagos. Knowing who I was, some personnel at the hospital told me that Peter Rufi had been on admission for some time in the hospital, but had been discharged a few days before, that he wanted his admission kept private, and that only very few persons were allowed to visit him because he did not want a public force. I tried to reach him on phone several times after that, but his lines were dead. Peter's death is an addition to a sad chapter in the story of Nigeria's retired athletes, how most struggle to survive throughout their post-athletics careers, how they are often downed by ailments deriving from their sports exploits. The number of victims defy the logic that as athletes, they should not suffer from the killer diseases associated with an inactive lifestyle. Heart-related diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, and obesity that strike silently and suddenly. There is a serious need for research in Nigeria into why retired athletes die at relatively young ages, as the evidence around me shows very clearly. The sports authorities do not seem to appreciate the magnitude and seriousness of the matter, so they do nothing. In the first half of this year, very prominent sports heroes from the 1976 Olympic contingent and the 1980 African Cup of Nations squad have passed on. All of them from one deadly heart-related disease or the other. Moses F. Young, football. Charles Bassey, football. Obisi Anwakpa, boxing. And Christian Chukwu, football. I know of many others that are currently and quietly struggling and battling with their health conditions. Christopher Friday, Franklin Howard, Henry Nwosu, Babatunde Obisoya, Emmanuel Okala, and so on. The death of Peter Rufi at 61 is very sad and very frustrating. Whilst commiserating with his family, friends, fans, and stakeholders in the sports business in Nigeria, I am challenged to now do what I had always felt needed to be done, but never did. Before then, however, there is this assignment. A night of tributes is being arranged for the 4 great Nigerian sports heroes, Airpeace ambassadors, all that died in the past 3 months. This special evening will take place at the site of the NIIA Sports and Diplomacy Wall of Fame in Lagos, established 2 years ago by the NIIA in conjunction with Airpeace Airline that also funded the beautiful national monument. On Monday, July 28, 2025, a high-profile evening of special tributes, celestial music, and prayers, all funded by Airpeace Airline, will be held to remember and celebrate the lives of Christian Chukwu, Charles Bassey, and Obisi Anwakpa. Although Peter Rufi is not an official Airpeace ambassador, he will also be celebrated for his service to Nigeria and to the game of football. In the next few weeks, with the grace and guidance of the Creator of the universe, and deploying the goodwill and trust that I have enjoyed from the Nigerian public, I shall be seeking support from Nigerians to venture into this uncharted territory. I shall set up a foundation with the mission to, amongst other things, conduct research into the lives of retired international athletes from various angles, to document, to chronicle, and to archive their lives, provide entrepreneurial skills programs for them, address their welfare issues and that of their dependents, design investment schemes that will benefit all of them, including myself, and more. That's the next phase of my own life. Against the penchant of stakeholders in sports to do nothing but lament. Being the harbinger of sad news when athletes pass on has become a burden for me, a psychologically dampening and exhausting exercise. There must be more than that for me to do into the twilight zone of my life. In the meaninglessness of this life, as we mourn, so do we also have good reason to celebrate and to be grateful to the Creator of the universe. Life and death go together, like success and failure, like joy and sadness. Siamese twins, all of them. Last week, in faraway Brussels, Belgium, one of the silent but biggest supporters of sports development in Nigeria, was elected by the World Customs Organization, WCO, as chairperson to lead the global organization for the next 3 years. It is good news. It is a first in history that a Nigerian would receive such an elevated recognition for service. As we congratulate this hard-working and visionary Nigerian ambassador, the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Alhaji Dr. Adewale Adeniyi. We also wish him Allah's special guidance in this, his new and additional assignment.